Coronavirus death toll in Italy rises to 631 in biggest single-day jump.
Here's a summary of the article.
Italy's death toll has risen by 168 people in the space of 24 hours, with 631 people confirmed to have died after contracting the virus so far. The increase in the nation's death toll marks the highest rate of fatalities so far for the Mediterranean nation, which has been the worst affected country in Europe since initial cases were first reported on 31 January. Officials in Rome added the number of those infected had broken into 5 figures, with 10,149 testing positive for COVID-19 compared to 9,172 the previous day. The nation's Civil Protection Agency added that, of those originally infected, 1,004 had fully recovered compared to 724 the day before. Some 877 people were in intensive care against a previous 733. "We have adopted a new decision based on an assumption that there is no time," the nation's Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte told citizens in a press conference last night. "Cases are multiplying. We arrive at a rate of 15 to 20 hospitalizations per day, all for the same reason. The results of the swabs now come one after the other, positive, positive, positive. Suddenly the emergency room is collapsing."
This post received a score of 11,898, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I live in Naples, Italy. Traffic was much lighter during commute, but plenty of people out. We're allowed to go to work, medical apps, and grocery store. The pastry shop in my neighborhood was still open and crowded. Stores also crowded and practicing social distancing, which is really different to see here. Overall, lots of fear.
Milan is a ghost town.
Pompeii is a ghost town.
Don't worry, they have experience.
Thought about saying, wouldn't be the first time. Then I felt I would come off like an asshole. Thanks for saying it in a lighter tone.
Say what you want, man. I see people here joke about much recent events. I'm sure 2,000 years is enough for people to have reconciled.
There are comedians who make jokes about 9/11 in NYC already. If people have a problem with Pompeii jokes, the problem is with them, not the joke.
Should be clarified that it's 631 deaths total, not 631 deaths today, since the title is a little unclear. It's at 168 deaths today, which obviously is still a tragedy either way. Italy in normal conditions has about 25 deaths a day from flu, just for reference. About 10% of the population get influenza a year apparently. Pretty big uptick in people who are going to be in hospitals with flu-like symptoms.
In all of 2017-2018, they never had as many deaths in a week from the flu as they've had from coronavirus in a single day. Multiple times now. Just insane.
Old population plus overwhelmed hospitals, and results are these, unfortunately. Things are getting scary here.
New cases reported today dropped to almost half of yesterday's. That at least gives you some hope that the situation could be controlled. Here is a list of how the number of new cases are increasing or decreasing in each country. Edit. Thanks for the silver.
I don't think new cases reported included Lombardy numbers, at least not until 30 minutes ago. Have to check again yet.
Exactly. I just read in some news article they don't even have time to test people now, so they are testing only the worst cases. Sad face.
Which is just dumb, because even if they are presumed positive, the course of treatment doesn't change. They are better off testing people with mild to no symptoms so they can quarantine them earlier. Someone who doesn't feel sick can still spread it.
I doubt Italy has any room to even deal with any of those patients. This is a doctor in Italy describing in good detail everything anyone wants to know. He's very enlightening on why Italy is getting fucked harder than other places, and implied the possibility that other countries that's ill-prepared with the initial wave will follow Italy's route if we're not careful. We've seen a bad year where flu shots don't work.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.